says that deep in dungeons such as this, were terrible monsters known as mimics, who lure travelers in with the promise of treasure. Look, a chest. Probably not a mimic, that's just a legend, isn't it? Oh gosh, a mimic! Oh, what in the name of... I thought this was only in the Aether mod. What? Oh, that was close. Wow. I was not expecting that. So, for those of you wondering how I managed this, let's take a look outside, so, shall we? Just rip off the roof here. Yep. Yeah, horrible acting. I don't even care. Sorry if you're offended by my acting. I am not a good actor. This is very simple. And all you need is this little contraption down here. Basically, in the snapshots for Minecraft 1.7, you can summon mobs, set blocks, and why is there still... Sorry, leftover from previous tests. Okay then. Yeah, I originally tried this with silverfish. Hang on, let me, there we go. So, all that's happening is you open the chest, and it powers this redstone, which powers this set block command that gets rid of the chest, of course. Sometimes you can actually see the GUI for a very short amount of time, but other times it actually goes away so fast that you don't actually have a chance to see it. Then it also uses this very long command to summon a zombie where the chest was, wearing a trapped chest on his head with a health value of 100 full hearts, the same as an iron golem, so this guy's tough. Now this is all customizable for any adventure maps you might want to do. If you want your mimics to be tougher, go ahead. If you want your mimics to be weaker, fine. And then I just made him a little bit faster. Normally I believe their base movement speed is about 0.1 or something like that. I'm not actually sure, because if you set it to 0, they don't move at all. So I don't know. But 0.35, which is faster than a normal zombie. You could also make him hit harder if you wanted, whatever. And this piston is just here to update this redstone, because what happens is your chest will disappear so fast that this redstone will bug out and stay lit. So that's just there to give it a block update so it stops, and it, you can use it again without having to open the chest, close it, and then reopen it to do the zombie. So, really simple. There's your simple explanation. Get rid of those just because I can. And now on to the long and complicated explanation. I will put the commands down in the description if you want to use them yourself. But so if you don't want the detailed explanation of how this works, feel free to leave now. So, on to the detailed explanation. This is simple. /set block. By the way, you have to be in the new snapshots for 1.7 or this will not work. Just warning you. Because this command doesn't exist, and neither does that one. Slash setblock the coordinates of the chest, which in this case is 3 blocks directly above it, and 0, which is air. A lot of redstoners for some reason don't seem to get this. If you add this, like most people do, because that's how it's supposed to work, it does the exact same thing as if nothing is there. Apparently Mojang made it default to replacing instead of destroying or keeping or whatever. So that's the simplest part of this. Now, let me just copy this into a text file to make this all a little bit easier on you. New text document. Alright. So, what we're doing is we are summoning a zombie, and whoops, he has a bunch of different things on it, basically. So what's happening is slash summon zombie at the coordinates of where the chest was. Then we give him some data tags, the first of which is equipment. So we open our curly brackets to start our data tags, then we say equipment colon square bracket. That denotes that there's more than one tag in this little group, and they all apply to equipment. Then we open and close these brackets because of a certain reason, and then ID 146, which is a trapped chest. Now the reason we're opening and closing these brackets is to tell it where to put the trapped chest. If you wanted him to be holding a diamond sword, you would simply do ID, whoops, not 1D, ID 276. That's because these are always the same thing. It's always going to be the same order. You can't change that order. So you have hands, feet, legs, body, head. All I did was put a trapped chest on his head, which surprisingly actually works. Then we're closing our square brackets to tell it that we're no longer doing stuff with equipment, and we're giving it an attributes tag. Once again, we're opening up square brackets. Then we have this. We have name is generic.maxHealth, and base is 100. This is where it gets kind of complicated. Minecraft uses a data format known as NBT. I believe it's numbered binary tag is what that stands for. What we're doing here is we're adding the zombie's NBT data, and the attribute system is what we're editing at the moment. So our attribute has an NBT tag of name that tells it what attribute to modify. In this case, generic.maxHealth. Then we're giving it a base level of 100, which means he has 100 full hearts. If you wanted him to have only half a heart, you would make it 0.5 and you would have half a heart. And actually, I want to put an enter there. Okay. Then we can close that off because we're done with that NBT, those two NBT tags relating to that one attribute. Now we move on to name equals generic.movementSpeed. This tells it we're modifying how fast he moves. And we set a base of 0.35, which I'm not sure what the default is. I need to do some research on that. But we're setting it to 0.35, which is faster than a normal zombie. If we set to just straight up 0, he wouldn't move at all, even though he would still attack us as soon as we were in range. Then we close our curly bracket again. So we close our curly bracket from this. Same up here. We close our square bracket, telling it that we're no longer working with our attributes tag. And we close our curly bracket, telling it we're done messing with data tags altogether. So, yeah, that's basically it. So, I will put the commands in the description of this video. It has been an exceptionally long video. But, yeah. So that's your mimic. It will work repeatedly unless you don't put this piston here. That piston is so that this doesn't stay lit because this disappeared too fast. And yeah, all we're doing with these is just getting rid of the chest and summoning the zombie. Like so. Chest disappears, zombie appears. If you wanted, you could also make the zombie stronger so he hits harder. You could make the zombie you could, if you wanted, you could add a tag name generic dot, hang on, attribute. You could modify how far away he'll follow you from. You could modify how far he gets knocked back, how much damage he does, how much chance he has of spawning more zombies. And yeah, you can I'm not actually sure how modifiers work either. I need to research that, but yeah, there's you can do a bunch with this stuff. Like if you're using horse, you can do jump strength. You can make zombies spawn reinforcements. You can have modifiers. Yeah, just stuff like that. You can do all sorts of stuff with this. It is an absolutely amazing system. And the set block is just to make it get rid of the chest. So, my name is Triple Dog Dare. Feel free to rate, comment, like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Or even leave me a challenge down in the description of something you want me to try out. And I will, I might try it. So that's all for today. And I will see you later.